Hi. I'm with my mom. And we're going to talk about me being adopted. And so we celebrated Hanukkah this year. It's about Jesus and lights, candle stuff. And I can't really explain Hanukkah, but you can, but whatever. Oh my God. So the first day of Hanukkah, I had opened up my present where my mom was like, basically gave me a present saying that she was like legally changing my name. I'm 22. I forgot how old I was. So I'm 22 and basically been adopted. And I want her to just tell y'all the reason why she chose to adopt me.
Well, Nini came to us about 2.5 years ago, and I'll just say she became homeless. Okay, I'll let her share the details of how that happened in another video. But she became homeless, and in that moment, we went to her house where she had been living, packed all of her things into my van that had been put on the street, and I brought her home. And so I was just kind of like, okay, Lord, I didn't wake up this morning thinking we would have an extra person living in the house. So what's your plan? And because she had been in a situation that was really difficult, I'm going to let her share all those details later. We started the process of trying to find a safe house for her to go to. And we found one in Dallas. And so she stayed with us for just about a month. And we just got to know her more, and kind of my kids started to hanging out with her, and we just kind of bonded. You know, she's easy to love. Some people may think she's hard to get to know, but when she feels safe, she's cool. You know, so we just really started bonding, and then we drove her to Dallas and took her to the safe house, and it was not the best place for her. 3 months later, it closed. And I was like, oh, Lord, here we are again. What do we do? You know, and I just felt like the Lord said, bring her home. Your house is a safe house. Bring her home. And so at that point, I was like, look, you just need to come home. You know, we don't need to send you somewhere else. This is a safe place. We don't have a lot of space. We'll move kids around. You know, we had 4 of the kids in the house. And we just made a home for her. And it was not long after she came to stay that she started calling me mom, you know, which was fine. I had 4 of the kids in the house calling me mom, and it felt natural, you know, to have her call me mom. And obviously the Lord put her in my life so that I could mother her and mentor her. And so that was cool. And I think eventually you kind of started talking to me about adoption and like, Mom, are you going to adopt me? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. You know, that's a great idea. And around that time, you were kind of wanting to go to school. Yeah. And we found out that basically because she was technically homeless, it would benefit her financially if we didn't do the adoption process right away. And so she was able to actually get 100% of her tuition and fees paid for at Blinn. Yay. And she started school. I was so proud of her. So proud. First one in your family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so anyway, so she went to school, and it was kind of like, you know, Lord, it's always been in my heart to adopt a child. As a matter of fact, when I was a teenager, before I ever got married to anybody, I felt like I would adopt a child. I told people when I was single, I think I'm going to adopt one day. And of course, I was always thinking it would be a baby or something, you know. I did. And around that same time, too, that you came to live with us, I had a miscarriage.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was supposed to have a 5th child. So when I lost that last baby, I was like, that is the 3rd miscarriage in a row. Like, Lord, what is happening? And anyway, I kind of started realizing, you know, that the Lord was bringing Nini into our family, and she was my 5th baby, you know, even though she wasn't a baby. And so, yeah, it was just in my heart. It had been in my heart, and we just waited on it because of school. Well, anyway, so 2020 happened, and school shut down, you know, and through the process of time, I began to really pray, about what the Lord wanted to call her, because she wanted a new name, And I literally pray about all my kids' names, like every one of them that I personally named. I really just said, Lord, what is this child's name? You created them. You're bringing them into the world. What is their name? And with each one of my kids that I prayed that, the Lord literally spoke to me about their name. And so I prayed and prayed. And I was like, okay, she wants a new name. What's that name going to be? What is it, And so I felt like the Lord put it on my heart to name her similar to another one of my children. So I have 2 kids whose name includes the word joy. And I wanted to have 2 girls whose name included the word grace. And so I have one child who's 13. Her first name is Grace. And I felt like the Lord put it on my heart to name her Charis, which is a Greek form of the word grace. And so we had to get a little creative. I was like, okay, how should we spell this? Should it be Charis? K apostrophe AR? I didn't know how to spell it. I've worked on that for a while. But anyway, we came up with a spelling for her name that was really easy to spell, really easy to pronounce, like nobody would ever get it wrong, And it is a form of the word grace. So we, when she got baptized, what year was that? Was it 2019 or 2020?
No, that was last year.
So 19?
Yeah.
So at the end of 2019, our church had a baptism, and she got baptized.
Almost drowned.
You did not almost drown in 3 feet of water.
Okay.
Okay, so she did not almost drown in 3 feet of water. But anyway, in the bathtub in the middle of the church.
I almost drowned. My mouth was still open. Eden was making me laugh.
I think she inhaled water right when she was going under. I took a breath.
Swim.
So anyway, when I got to baptize her, it was so sweet. When we baptized her, we just introduced her to the church and said, after today, she will be known as Charis Unique. And so we just changed her name at that point. And we still hadn't done legal paperwork, but I just wanted her to have her new name. And so from then we started calling her Charis. And anyway, so as we got closer to the end of this year, it was like, I just was feeling like it was time, and for her too, I felt like the Lord wanted to really put inside of her heart a security about belonging, and she had a lot of drama happen with her biological family this year. It was really hurtful to her. And I just felt the Lord was like, I want her to know where she belongs. I want her to know that this is her forever family, that this is not a temporary situation, and that one day she's not going to wake up and be homeless again, And so I was like, okay, Hanukkah's coming up. That would be a great idea. I'm just going to print the papers. Let's just do this. And so anyway, how did it feel when you opened up that box and you saw that?
Well, I had a whole dream like 2 weeks before.
The dream.
And I recorded myself telling her I had a dream, and then I showed her the recording after I opened it. But it wasn't on camera because, yeah.
It was on camera. I think you did an actual video.
I did a video,
and you were like, "I just
you
woke
wasn't
up from
being,
a dream."
Yeah, but you didn't record that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Like you had recorded my reaction.
Oh, that's right. Maybe we can share it when we do that. We can share that. That would be cool because she had a dream before I gave her the papers. Yeah, we'll have to show a clip of that.
Okay.
So, I had a whole dream my mom adopted me around Hanukkah, Christmas time. I'm only doing this video just to see if it comes true. And if it does, I'm going to play it for them.
So, what was that?
You had the dream. How did you feel when you opened that box?
I don't have corona, but
look, you already had corona. We're
Oh
done
my
with
gosh.
corona. We've had corona.
So I felt emotional. Like I cried like that whole night, low key, because like I was like, I wasn't gonna cry on camera because I don't do that, but I felt like I literally just felt like I wasn't like you said, like I wasn't gonna wake up and be homeless again, like because I can't go back to my old family. Not that I actually want to, but I just felt like I don't know. I just felt like I felt love. Like I felt like this was Like, this is just my mom, so. I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry.
Stop. No,
Happy birthday!
Show everybody what
Roach.
What does it say?
Adoption papers.
The official legal papers that we will take to the court.
Hold on, who's going to court?
You illegal.
Unless you want to be a legal citizen, it's fine.
That's the official papers.
Are you happy? You're gonna be legally attached to me forever. Sucks for you. Just kidding. Can't get away.
The next thing is for the day of. We will
Oh, this is cute.
take a picture and put it in here.
Period.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, it was so sweet. She was like, no. I'm going to have to put that clip in there too.
No.
That moment when she opens the box. Yeah, so, I mean, God is so good. You know, you never know how God's going to fulfill things like when He puts stuff in your heart. I'm talking 30 whatever years ago that I was like, I think I'm going to adopt one day, you know. Whole teenager talking about adopting.
I'm grown.
I was a teenager
You want
when I started
Oh,
thinking about adoption. Yeah, so, well, I'm so happy God gave us another baby number 5. Carice Unique Lewis right here. Bam. Stay tuned for part 2 of Nini's adoption story, Gotcha Day.